And meteorologist Adam Claybon is joining us again. Adam, no wind, but rain is on the way, right?
Hey, yeah, we got another round of rain on the way. Winds, they're going to decrease. Not going to completely go away, but definitely are not going to be to the same extent as what we had last night either. And speaking of the rain that's come through, it hasn't been all that heavy. We've been keeping generally amounts around 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, and a lot of that has been over the Olympic Peninsula. Here closer to Puget Sound, you can see a lot of zeros showing up. I'm sure some of us within these areas did see rain throughout the overnight, but it's got to get in that rain gauge in order for it to be counted. Bellingham skies right now, they're for the most part cloudy, but you have a few of those breaks that are giving us that beautiful sunset here as we head into the end of our Thursday. A little breezy too, you can tell, a little wobble to the camera here into this Thursday evening. SeaTac Airport, cloudy skies. We got a few breaks trying to show up there too. Looks like the departure deck looking nice and clear for at least the time being. Let's get back to that wind. Right now, around 10, maybe 20 miles per hour out closer to the coast and here around parts of western Washington. A little higher up there around Whidbey Island. But when you do factor in some of the stronger push or gust of wind that we have around, you can see sometimes those get up to around 35, maybe even getting closer to 40 miles per hour like in Quileute right now as we're at 38 miles per hour for that gust here reported last hour. Out here along the coast, that's where the stronger winds will remain as we go on into the night. We still have some advisories out for those areas too. We're going to talk about that here shortly. Currently sitting at 55. South winds out of the south at 13 miles per hour. We got the cloudy skies still sticking around. Of course, if you are heading out this evening, you might need the rain gear if you're farther to the west, but I think here closer to Puget Sound, we're not going to see anything too widespread until we head into later tomorrow evening and more so tomorrow night. Temperatures mild, even 60s up in Bellingham right now at 60 degrees, 55 in Everett. We got the rain that's mainly been over parts of the Kitsap Peninsula and over the Olympic Peninsula here, and you can tell some of those deeper greens, some of those yellows and oranges. That's indicating where we've had some of the heavier rainfall, and we saw some of that kind of reflected in our totals. As far as some of those lighter showers, they are inching their way farther north now over Camano and Whidbey Island, getting up into more of Skagit County and northern parts of Snohomish County. You go off towards the west, generally too, most of the rain has been working its way up into the mountains here in the Olympics, so that's where some of your higher totals will be as far as snow with this particular system. Rain out there across the tip of the Olympic Peninsula, but you can see that that wave is now beginning to head its way farther to the north. We still have another system behind that, and that's mainly, again, going to be pushing more so down into parts of California with a lot more of the wind, energy, and the rain. But for us, it's going to be actually just another slight glancy blow of it. Wind advisory still remaining in effect with our current system until 4 a.m. tomorrow. Some of those gusts closer to 50. We have high surf advisories, too, that we could get some of those higher waves that could maybe exceed 20 feet in some cases. And then also too into the night, we have the tides and also some of those winds helping to couple to perhaps even produce some localized minor flooding here across some of those coastal areas. Tonight you can see the rain starts to wind on down, kind of hit or miss. Then we go on into the day tomorrow. Most of the day fairly dry out there along the Olympic Peninsula. We start to see some of those showers, but then it's tomorrow evening, 4:30, and that starts to fill in that we get more widespread rain coming through into tomorrow night, into Saturday, and really the same theme going for us all the way through the weekend and into next work week with highs around 50.